Still in New Orleans, still doing it. Tales of the Cocktail.
What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop
and the laughs.
Yeah, I think I know from that Bargoyles podcast.
I was gonna say I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles? Yo, everybody, welcome to the Bargoyles, episode 149. We are in New Orleans. We are here at Tales of the Cocktail 2025. We are here doing a special interview before the night gets done. We are in the middle of a storm. Hopefully we don't have to swim out of here. It's your boy Corporate Nick. And let me introduce my main man, my host with the most. Who's
What's
over
up,
here?
guys? Isaac Ignacio, man. I'm a scaredy cat, okay? I'm a scaredy cat. Yo, shout out Uncle. No, Uncle Todd didn't die in New Orleans. Just kidding. Okay. He was there. He bought a house. My Uncle Todd bought a house. 2 weeks later, it was right at Biloxi, right on the water.
Mississippi, yeah.
Mississippi. 2 streets down from the beach. Married my aunt, bought a house. God damn. I have such a PTSD for this city in bad weather. I hope we survive. But if we don't survive, fucking like and subscribe, man. Check the shit out, man. Check the shit out, okay? We're doing this for you. We're dying for you guys. This is our art, and we're here hanging out with. He's been my Tales of the Cocktail best friend for 2025, a fucking road dog. He's our new co-hostess with the mostest for today's episode. Guys, a absolute fucking killer, an absolute road dog. We had a fucking blast. I've been so excited to have him on the podcast, just so we could talk about what the fuck happened last night. Give it up for, if you're ever in Atlanta, check him out. My man, Travis. What's up, dog?
How's it going, man? Happy to be
That
here.
was such low energy. I was expecting more out of you, Travis, man. I gave you such a good-ass fucking intro.
That was regular SpongeBob. Hi, how are you?
Dude, you're right. I need to match your energy. That is not my default setting, though.
Gotcha.
So I'm hoping maybe this tequila.
For the intros, it's always what up, everybody? And then you're like,
yeah.
Anyways, we actually have a good time.
Yeah.
Have a good time. No, so yeah, the cocktail here. So alcohol gives you the power. Is that what happens? Gives you the energy.
It's a little liquid courage, but I mean, if you met anybody that I know, that I don't think anybody would accuse me of being overly energetic, or I'd say laid back is a better
Okay, very
description.
cool.
Yeah.
I can dig that. Nick, can you tell us a little bit about the cocktail we're doing here?
So we are going to be making a Paloma because earlier today we had an interview with a wonderful young woman, Helen Mackey, who has been curating mixers essentially from organic juices, essentially pressing their own juices, and she made a Paloma mix that we were drinking without tequila earlier, and it was fucking awesome. Everyone knows in my life that I am a juice boy, and I would go nuts on that. I'm a little distracted because this guy's over here jerking it off, but that is...
So I was jerking off, and then you were like, I would go nuts on that. I was like, he better be talking about something else. He better be talking about a fucking cocktail right now.
But now we are going to get the honor of having a Paloma with Travis, with this juice that she brought back earlier.
Yes.
And she's going to be very excited that we do this, and I'm very excited to have this drink.
This is it's the all organic, fresh press. I know there's the grapefruit in there. There's some other juices. I'm sorry, Mackie. I don't recall exactly the juice combo in there, but this is going to be hitting shelves. I saw some of the labeling and marketing when they put it out. She posted from her party.
Oh,
earlier
nice.
today.
Okay.
Looks fucking cool. Look out for them in Whole Foods in the next year. I mean,
Santa Cruz.
Fucking cocktails. Here's the thing. So I'll ask you this. Have you ever fucked around with those like home juice mixes where there's like, hey, just add tequila and it's gonna make a margarita? Have you ever messed around with those?
At some point, probably, but no.
Do they taste good?
No.
No. Yeah, okay, thanks. See, I was laying it up. You got it. Now we're gonna try here. This is fucking
Cheers, gentlemen.
Santa Cruz,
Cheers.
baby. Hey, shout out Helen. Great episode.
Helen, yes.
We've done how many interviews so far? This is our first drink with a guest.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's
That is
really
good.
That's really good. This is Tales of the Cocktail, man. This is your first Tales, right?
It is.
Yeah. So what brought you to Tales?
So it's been on my radar for 3 or 4 years now, and it's just one of those things where life always gets in the way. And
So from day one, you heard it and you wanted to go check it out?
yeah,
Okay.
for sure. It's just been one of those things. It looks cool. It looks like fun. The timing just was never right. But as a business owner yourself, the timing is never right for anything. You just have to fucking do it, right? So me with my business, we're in a period of growth, which is really the catalyst for that is my daughter, she's almost 2. She's now of an age where we don't have to focus so much on keeping her alive, She's kind of doing it herself.
Self-sufficient.
The corners.
She can feed herself a little bit better. Doesn't run into corners as bad.
The corners of the table aren't quite as dangerous as they used to be.
Gotcha.
But the main component is that we're sleeping now. My wife and I we had a rough year and a half where we were just like.
Yeah.
So I had no bandwidth, no energy, and so I started this business right before my wife got pregnant.
Okay.
So I formed my LLC. I went to a mobile bartending conference. I was all gung ho. I bought a trailer. I did all this stuff. 3 months later, my wife's pregnant, and then our whole life just changed.
That happened. I don't know personally, but I've heard this story a million different times from a million different ways and versions. Sorry, between people professionally and career-wise. So now that the baby's obviously closer to 2, what's kind of the linear path for you? What's the next tangible, graspable step for you to kind of take the mobile bartending and take it to the next level?
Yeah, well, just to go back real quick to this just being a moment of growth for us. So it's I've got bandwidth, I've got energy. So I'm fired up. I've now had time to get working on the bar more. So right now we're a mobile bar, Waystone traveling bar company. Right now it's me. I started it with my wife. She's basically my main consultant. She used to be in events for a long time. She was a wedding planner. She's genius. She's my ace.
Hard job.
Yeah.
She's my ace in the hole, though. I mean, she's got all the insight and info that you would ever need from somebody in the event world. What are venue planners or venue owners and event planners looking for, and that kind of stuff. And she also used to be in hospitality as well. So
Gotcha.
But it's mostly me right now. I've got some friends that help me out. But yeah, we've got some more time. We're doing more events. Right now, it's a lot of parties, celebrations, weddings. So the usual stuff that people are doing with the solo mobile bar.
I think we had touched on it on a more previous episode. You obviously weren't there for it, but we were talking about finding people that kind of fan your flames and finding a partner in these kind of businesses. So I think it's a beautiful shout out to the lady that is there. One, not just for you, but with you as you move through that, because there's a big differentiation there is between someone who's just there for you and someone who's there with you, and that's tough. Shout out her. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You guys found each other through that and through everything else. Yeah. So circling back to what would be the next tangible, graspable step for your business for Waystone?
So right now I'm actually can the audio pick up that thunder? That shit's crazy, man. It's coming down on.
Last year for Tells, our other co-host, he threw up in the middle of an episode.
Oh,
he made it to the bathroom.
That was like a hypothetical.
Yeah.
No, that was not a bit. No.
Shout out Pagiola. Hopefully, man, I haven't been able to connect with him. We got his shirt here during his episode. DeConte at one point was like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And we're like, you gotta throw up? Goes, yeah. He got up and left, and then didn't finish the rest of the episode. We were right at the end, and Pat was just like, that's a funny little bit, the guy getting drunk and then throwing up during the show. I was like, not a bit, bro. not a bit.
Was reality.
Us running out of episodes will happen. They have happened. They're not gonna stop. If it happens because of the storm, fuck it. We're here. We're in Saint Denis, and this is happening. Red Dead Redemption.
I was about to say, you played that? I was like, wow, I didn't think you played that.
A little bit of video game reference out here for my nerds. Yeah.
The bare knuckle shit.
Oh, no, this is the city.
So Travis, so you're in the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where in Greater Atlanta are you? I'm very connected with Atlanta. A lot of my video game buddies are from Rockmart, the Marietta, all that kind of .
So I live in Marietta.
You live in Marietta.
So,
okay,
so
nice.
I live in Marietta, so that's going to be, for those that don't know, maybe about 20 minutes north of downtown. So very close.
Your shirt says the Atlanta chapter?
Yeah, well, so this is just I'm just supporting Ticonderoga Club.
Yeah.
They're based out of Atlanta. Well, they have
And that's the hat you're wearing, correct?
hat, shirt.
Oh man, okay. So I knew the hat because we went on a mission to go steal one of these hats, and some guy just gave it to us. But I didn't know it was an Atlanta company. So when you're talking Atlanta, I was like, wait, how the this guy's cricket game is crazy. Okay, no.
Yeah, no, we might get back to that one later, but these guys, Ticonderoga, sorry, it doesn't really roll off the tongue.
That's a tongue twister, dude. Yeah.
They are one of the few spots in Atlanta that are really doing it right. So definitely shout out to them. They're fucking awesome. But no, so my day job, I work at a private club in Buckhead.
Oh, so, nice. Okay, that's where the money's at.
That's
where the money's at in Buckhead.
That's the bread and butter right now. You know, the goal is that hopefully sooner rather than later, I'll be able to continue to take my hours back further and further from the day job as I invest more time and money and resources into the mobile bar.
Right.
But in terms of next step for what we're doing with the mobile bar is just increasing gigs, just going for more volume, getting more awareness out there. Our prices. You know, they're set to profit, obviously. Of
course.
So, but you know, as I talked to other mobile bartenders around town, I just joined a new platform for mobile bartenders. They're based out of Southern California. Anyway, so I'm reworking.
Is that Academy?
It's Happiest Hours.
Happiest Hours. Okay, I don't know this one. I knew you were talking to me about Academy. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, really cool guys over there. They're doing some cool stuff. But I'm in the process of adjusting my prices to go more aggressively for volume right now, just so that we can establish more of a base.
Right.
And as we get that more volume, I can source out more gigs to my friends or my staff. You know, they're all my friends.
Right.
Have them getting gigs, have them making money. Because I mean, I pay my bartenders great, you know.
Right.
And so they can make double in one night at an event bar than they would at their normal shift.
At a normal shift.
So it's cool because I've got a vested interest in my own success, because as I grow the business, then I can kind of help bring my friends along with me.
Right.
And it's like I want them to make money, and plus I want to have an excuse to be around them more. You know, I like these people, and it's with a busy life, you don't get all the opportunity to.
It's one of those in this industry where you forget how much like you surround yourself with friends, but at the same time you're like, no, these are also coworkers or staff. That line gets so blurred in our I guess industry. We're like, no, these are all my friends, and then something tragically happens and you get fired from a bar and you don't work there anymore, and then you realize they're not your friend. So it's like it's a weird juxtaposition between the two of like, or the duality of like, are we friends, are we coworkers, and whatnot. And I think that's a beautiful thing that you have is, one, obviously working with a lady, but two, be talking to your friends like, hey man, I got this thing that'll happen that's gonna get you paid more in a day than you do the entire week. Also, we're friends. Like that. Yeah, that's a great business brand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what kind of events are you typically doing? Or can I take a guess? Is it normally like weddings? Is it normally like festivals? Is it like a going to the county fair? Like, what kind of gigs are you doing for mobile bar?
Yeah. So right now it's a little bit of everything, but the majority is smaller celebrations, which is what I like. If I can do an event of like 50 or fewer, it's just you make similar amount of money because there's less overhead,
right?
Less headache, less time spent preparing, juicing, syrups, all that. So that's most of it. We've done some weddings, and I've done one festival. That one's tricky because we don't have a liquor license, so it was
nice.
So,
what you gotta do? Yeah.
Well, no, it actually was very cool, and it was mostly legit, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But the liability was not on me. So there was. You guys were talking nerd stuff, a second ago, video games, all that.
Oh, that's all I know.
So then you'll appreciate this. So in Marietta, they had a festival called Marietta the Gathering. And it was kind of like, imagine like a Dragon Con.
Okay, I am not that kind of nerd.
Well, no.
Pot of greed.
I know what you're talking about.
Pot of greed.
I'm not. Yeah.
Nerds. It's a wide blanket of nerds.
Okay, yeah.
So, anyways,
wide blanket of nerds was not on my bingo card. Love that. Wide blanket of nerds.
Yeah, I mean, I could say I'm a nerd, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm collecting Pokemon cards or something, and you're like, oh,
That's weird.
I don't subscribe to that version of nerd. I do the other kind. You know?
Yeah, notice me, senpai. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm
That
not
is
a D&D nerd,
Yeah.
but I am a video game Pokemon nerd.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their thing. But so imagine though, Married to the Gathering. That's just the name.
Yeah, that's a sick name though.
It attracts the the nerd crowd. So it's
Yeah,
like
for
a
sure.
small scale like Dragon Con type thing.
Right,
It's done in
yeah.
the Marietta Square. And there was this venue that I'd been talking with on and off, and just being like trying to partner with them or trying to become like a preferred vendor. And I went out on a whim and I was like, "Yo, what are you guys doing for the Marriott of the Gathering? Do you guys have a bar program? Or like, what's happening?" And the guy was like, "Actually, dude, I'm so glad you asked because I have no fucking idea." And I was like,
This sounds like something I should have an answer to. Thank you.
yeah. So I guess the previous year they kind of just half-assed it and like, served like beer and wine and like maybe
Went out to Costco and just
Yeah.
bought some shit and
Yeah.
tried to sell it.
Yeah, but I was like, let me do a pop-up bar there. So I did a nerdy themed pop-up bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where we
sick.
were
shit, hell
selling
yeah.
like cocktails. I had all the product donated from reps that I knew and had a relationship with. So they donated the product in exchange for exposure.
Yeah.
And then I was able to do a service for the venue because I was like, you guys don't have to buy the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you supplying the alcohol.
All I'm hearing is profits, baby. Those are your margins sound wild right now.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
And, it was one of those things where like it could even, and if I do it again next year, it'll be even better because I came on so last minute. There wasn't a lot of visibility, but my goal was to triple their sales from the previous year.
Okay.
That was like my lofty goal.
Yeah.
But my lower goal was to at least double it. And I
yeah.
did that. I exceeded doubling it. So
Fucking
I met my goal. I did my thing, and it was a lot of fun because I'm a big nerd too. So like I doing the nerdy cocktails and
Yeah,
doing all the
it's
branding
fun.
for it and all that shit. That was a lot of fun.
Cool, man. Yeah.
So what's Waystone? Where did that name come from?
It's interesting you asked because as you were telling
like-
the story earlier
Yeah.
about the lighthouse.
Okay. Lighthouses, baby.
Yeah, maybe
People have really been liking this lighthouse talk.
Yeah.
Maybe go listen to that other episode and you'll understand. But no, Waystone it's from my favorite book, and it's the bar in this fictional world, and it's just a dope book. I fucking love it. It's called Name of the Wind. Shout out, awesome book. Read it.
Give me the wind, give me the wind.
I'm gonna check it out.
But the name of the bar is, or the main protagonist, he owns this bar called the Waystone Inn. And it's not even that pivotal on the story, but it's just like, it's
It's those little throw-offs though that mean so much to people.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you know,
Yes.
and it's sick. But also the meaning, there's like, I actually wrote a blog post about this. I haven't posted it yet, so keep an eye on it. But the origin of the name, so Waystone in this world and in other fictional worlds is like, kind of like a marker for safe passage. You'll see it on the side of the road. So it's like a place of gathering.
Nice. Okay.
A place of gathering.
respite,
Yeah.
yeah.
People, you're on the trail or whatever. You're riding in the wagon with
Yeah.
and then you see the Waystone. So you post up, you do camp, and then everybody comes hang. So it's like there's some parallels there to a bar. A bar is a Waystone. You see the bar, that's a safe place. You're going there to be around good people and socialize and gossip and hang and whatever. So there's a little bit of connective tissue there too.
I'd love talking to people like this so much because you really get to see that so many people who don't know, if you've never taken a marketing course, if you never took anything in creative, anything, you don't realize how much goes into just the name of itself, just the name and then the logo and then the concept, the idea. And so the idea of this show, having the platform to have people launch and talk about these kind of things is always a blessing. I appreciate you for coming doing the show. I mean, you have been my own Waystone through the entire thing because I landed yesterday and Nick wasn't able to come in yesterday. So I was just kind of like, all right, cool. I'm a solo dolo it because Taj wasn't able to come out. And then you had reached out about just doing the podcast and I was, yeah, no, totally cool, man. I landed, I set everything up and you're like, I'm at this bar. I was like, I need to go to a bar. I need to go to a bar. I'm at Tails. I don't want to just sit here. Everything's set up. Cut that little video, and then instantaneously, I was just like, energy. I was like, very cool. Very cool. And even when you like left to go pop up at another bar, I got the text, yo, there's another bar over here. Check out the grilled cheeses. I'm like, I'm on my way, bro. Let's fucking go. And so it's so cool that Tales of the Cocktail kind of does that and helps bring people together. Do you expect to obviously be going to more Tales, or is it one of these like you kind of learned what it is through that and now you're kind of like, all right, no, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I definitely am gonna come. I'm gonna try to make it an annual thing, and mark my words, next year I'll have a press pass.
Hey, baby, that's what I like to hear.
We talked
media, baby.
We talked offline about this, but I'm in the next, hopefully a couple months, going to be launching my own podcast. And,
Yes.
Yeah, I've met a few folks, you included, that have really kind of pushed me in that direction, especially as I've talked more and more about the idea and the subject matter and the mission of that podcast. So I'm pretty fired up about it. And
if you guys watched the Instagram clip we already posted, I mean, by the time this episode comes out, there's going to be a lot posted. But while we were there at the Galaxy party at the Orpheum Theater,
yes,
the guy, he was out here fucking helping me, setting up the camera, doing the interviews, booking people. I was just like, all right, cool, I'm just gonna do some interviews. He's like, I got a friend, I'm gonna go grab him. I'm like, what is this guy doing? The energy was just fucking amazing. I fucking liked it. So I would like to talk about it a little bit last night, cool to just kind of jump into that. Okay.
Yeah, jump in.
Well, I don't want people to watch and go, we snuck into parties. We had a great fucking time. We lied, we cheated, we got our way into parties. It was a good time. So we met. Where did we meet? What bar was it again?
That was the Four Seasons.
Four Seasons, yes. Yeah. They were doing a cool little takeover there. It was one of those where I instantaneously got the energy where I was like, there's a lot of people here that are kind of. Nick and I talked about it earlier. People here, they're just kind of. Yeah, totally cool. Yeah, I'll do another free drink. Whatever, totally cool. And then I saw you. We started talking. And I was like, "This is one. But this is my guy. All right, we're gonna be cool." We were talking a little bit, and then you went and checked out the other bar, and the other bar was right down in the same. There was that Shake Her, I think was the name of the takeover there, and you recommended that grilled cheese. I was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna get a grilled cheese." Nick, when I say this is the greatest grilled cheese. Bro, yeah. It was like I don't like mayonnaise. You know that. I'm not a mayonnaise.
No,
if you made like a cheddar pimento-y mayo creamy cheese that was like not warm but still melty, amazing. This was the greatest grilled. Four Seasons in Atlanta has the greatest grilled cheese I've ever had my entire fucking life.
We're not in Atlanta.
Where are we at?
We're in New Orleans.
Grilled cheese, Four Seasons, with my friend from Atlanta, here in New Orleans, the greatest grilled chease.
I'm like, they may have a good one in Atlanta too.
They probably do. They probably do. And then from then on,
lemon pepper wet.
Where do we want to go after Shake Her?
Well, real quick, I didn't tell you this last night, but I actually have a gluten intolerance. That shit fucks me up, and I still ate the grilled cheese because I was like, I'm just gonna take the L on this one. This shit looks too good, and then I ate one.
That's like me and dairy.
I already ate one.
That is the ultimate cosign. That's the ultimate cosign.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to gluten. I still gotta say, because you got like 2 or 3 of them, if I recall.
Yeah. Well, that's how I do it. Like I'm so good at abstaining whenever I decide to just say fuck it and go for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, I'm not just gonna have a bite, I'm gonna go all. So then I just went off the rails. I was eating gluten all night.
Yeah, why honestly, have a slice when I could have the whole?
Hey, I mean, if we're gonna do it, if honestly, you're gonna cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about food, guys. We're talking about food.
Food only.
We're talking about food. Married man, soon to be married.
Already married.
Single. No, you're married. You're married.
Yeah.
He's got a lovely. Yeah, he talked about my marriage with you just a couple episodes ago. I was like, oh hell yeah, baby, marry into the Filipino family. And so so we did Four Seasons, the other bar, Four Seasons Shaker, and then where did we go after that?
Was there something in between?
There was something in between. I just don't recall at all. Oh, Pechards. Or no, how do you? Okay.
Pechards. I say Pechards, but it's probably we're all saying it wrong. I'm sure.
So I believe it's Pechards, but I think that Pechards would probably
Pechards.
No one would correct you on that.
I think we're being pretentiously French, which. You could just say French. You don't got to say the word pretentious. I think
just French.
You could just say French. Yeah,
French is enough.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. We went there, and I remember talking to Nick about this today. I was like, we were walking down Bourbon Street, and we were noticing how empty some bars are, and but during Tales, everyone's going like. No matter how good your bar is, if there's a bar 2 bars down that's giving away free drinks with the hottest bartenders from New York City and Dubai and all that, they're like people are going to see what's going on there. So we were at Pechards. And we were talking to the people there, like, oh no, the event doesn't start till 11. Well, like, the flyer says 9.
Oh,
like,
that was it. We had to leave and then come back.
Yeah, and they're like, well, no, it's not really. Sorry. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, do we want to stay here and pay for drinks or find another bar and not have to pay for drinks? I'm like, obviously, we're going to go. Yeah. And so that's when we went to the Orpheum.
Yep.
Yes. The William Grant and Sons Shaker Party, the Galactic. Yes. That was part of that's also part of the Hendrix Time Traveler parties we went to. Yeah. Very fucking cool. Did your friends want a show coming up, right? Yeah, we talked to some of your friends.
Yeah, well, and I was saying friends because there was no better word for it. I just met these people. So all the people you were booking people for my podcast. I don't have any friends down here. So I'm flying solo. So all the friends I've met here.
Nice. Okay.
There's been, I guess, maybe 1 or 2 people that like I know because I've seen them before.
When I talked to Patty, I thought you two like known each other for 17 years. I was like, oh shit, yo, Trev, such a good. She's like, he is, right? I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because I did that Widow Jane event or the.
Yes. What was that event you did? What was that?
So it's called Battle of the Brands, and it was put on by Heaven Hill. So it's basically Heaven Hill's up here. They have all their brands below: Widow Jane, Vago Tequila, Tequila Ocho, a bunch of other stuff. Or Vago, might be mezcal. I don't know. I should probably know more. I did the thing, but so it was kind of like a field day thing, like in elementary school. You're doing like the 3-legged race, and the spoon
That's
race,
fun.
and do like basketball. Like it actually was fun.
They call it a 3-legged race when he runs on the beach
all the time, baby.
Yeah. He's got a
sight to behold.
Shorty Mac over here. That's
Biggie Little,
that's
baby.
an old school porn reference right there.
Man,
Jesus. Shorty Mac.
Yo, shout out.
He talked a little bit too much in the videos, but still, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to jerk off when the guy's talking. I got the headphones on, so I got the 3D spatial audio, and it sounds like he's behind me. So
talk a little too fucking much.
Welcome to the Bargoyles Porn Talk Edition.
We do this about every 20 episodes.
This happens. I don't want to get into it. This happens.
Sorry. Yeah.
This happens.
But so the thing was Battle of the Brands. We were put on a team. I was on Team Widow Jane. I was with like 8 or 9 other people.
Yeah.
And whoever wins or won the competition got to go to Tequila Ocho in Mexico. And we lost.
Fuck, man.
We were doing really well. We got fucked up on a technicality, but I won't go there. It's another story. But it was a lot of fun.
Yo, fuck the winners. You guys suck. I hate you.
Fuck them. They got lucky.
Bitch asses.
No, but so I just met all these people. I got connected with that thing through a guy I know in Atlanta who isn't here, but he was like, he knew that I was going, and I guess they needed people to participate, so he put me in contact with somebody that I didn't know, and then talked to somebody else that I didn't know, and then showed up and made friends with all these people that I didn't know. And then so now though that was like my little crew. Yeah. We were there for like 3 hours, so we all kind of were just shooting the shit. And now I've seen
you guys competed in Mr. Beast games. You guys are all best friends now.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
So now when I see them out on the street here in New Orleans,
Widow Jane.
Yo, Widow Jane.
Nice. Yeah.
And then we
the energy was there. I mean, obviously hanging out with bartenders and servers, the energy is always going to be there. But I genuinely thought you guys like went way back because they came up. They're like, "Yo, what's up?" I was like, "You know my man." Like, fuck yeah, let's go. I was like, "Do the show." Yo, shout out Patty. Shout out fucking Gia. Jesus. Shout out Gia. Shout out fucking Tan. Well, Daniel was someone else, but yeah, they definitely had an energy with that. And we had met them at the William Grant and Sons party where. Bro, when we walked up to this, I was telling him earlier, the line went from there, like 2 blocks down, 5 people deep. Everyone's dressed like it's a 90s rave in like space suits and outfits, and girls are wearing like, they painted their face like silver and green, like they're aliens. I'm like, oh, man. I was like, what the fuck are we
people
walking
dressed
into?
up like astronauts and shit.
Yes, people dressed up like astronauts. And then I remember he was like, yeah, so my friends are in line. I'm like, I think we don't have to wait in line. I'm not sure, but let's fucking try.
Worth a shot.
It's worth a shot because it's fucking Tales of the Cocktail. You're going to try to shoot it out. And so I was texting some people, probably don't say, hold on. Nope, I got a beep button. Shout out. We appreciate you. I've been texting them. I'm not supposed to text them, but their cells are in the emails. So I'm like... Hey, what's up? It's Isaac from the Bargoyles. Wasn't able to pick up my pass. Anyways, I'm going to go meet you at the front door. And they're like, who? I was like, Bargoyles, man. It's me. My media team's here. We're going to pull up. And so we walked up and was there. I'll do that in post.
Right, like it's not live.
It's not live, but it's always funny to say we'll do that in post. It's always funny. Tip for podcast. It's always funny to. Well, we'll fix that in post. Always funny. Yeah. But we were there, and I was like, "Yeah, man. Oh, I've been texting. Man. Yeah, he said to come to the front. We got media passes, and he was like, "Yeah, that guy's probably an asshole." I was like, I guess no, I'm just kidding. That's me. I was like, oh, okay. Whoo! Almost said like, yeah, man, fuck him. That guy sucks. And he was really nice. And then he was like, yeah, let me get 2 badges for you guys. And that's when I turned around and noticed your band. I was like,
attendee.
Yeah, his says attendee, but it said media. So I was like, okay, no, I'll grab it. That's why he was gonna put it on. I was like, I'll put it on.
He's worried about other people touching him. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's got a weird phobia. He's a germaphobe. Don't fucking touch my guy. I got it. Totally cool. And then so everyone's coming in through the front entrance, and then we got to go through the primo side kitchen entrance. That was so fucking cool.
Yeah, 60 years ago, that would have not been the primo entrance to walk in.
No. See, and that's why corporate Nick is here, because like I thought it was cool, and I'm realizing not always cool.
Sometimes corporate Nick turns into black Nick.
No, but we do have a cool video here. Just. Yeah, it was just cool because you're watching everyone clamor to get through the front door, and then we're in this media line where they're like, yeah, no, walk through this. It was literally a dark alley. It was I was like, okay, we're either going to the coolest party or we're all about to be murdered. There's no in between. There's no in between. Yeah. And then they open the emergency exit door, and then it's just it was very fun. Hendrix, like you guys throw a great fucking party.
That looked like a sick party. When I saw that, I was like, we didn't have any parties like that last year. I mean, we had the metal party. That was fun. But we also didn't know how to do tails.
Yes, we didn't know how to do tails. We didn't know to RSVP
no idea.
Everything.
Yeah, so tails tip is what we talked about a little bit earlier ago. If you ever make it to tails, go to the free shit. RSVP for everything.
Everything, yes.
Because essentially the ticket you paid to get here pays for the drinks.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think, now, obviously last year we didn't pay either. Because we had media, because I got lucky. But
Nick didn't get lucky. He fucking shot a shot.
I made it for us to get media.
Yeah.
But the tip is at Tails is to RSVP for all the parties, because you're not paying for the drinks. Now, should you be tipping the bartenders if you have cash? Probably, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're also probably getting paid a fucking pretty penny to not. Yeah. They're not getting tipped. They don't care.
Yeah, the bourbon party, some guy got a 5, and he's like, seriously, we're good.
We're
good.
Probably
but that was the brand ambassador bartenders. Yeah. They weren't like the local New Orleans bartenders.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, Bourbon Street's cool. You go to New Orleans for the first time like I did last year. You want to do that whole thing.
Go to Bourbon Street, eat at Cornette's, do the thing.
Do that. Have some food. Don't buy drinks. Go to these bars that are doing takeovers because you're not going to pay for a single fucking drink.
You're going to go to Pat O'Brien's. You're going to have the Hurricane. And you're going to be like, I know why this was a good drink 80 years ago.
80 years ago.
This is some ass.
Horrible.
This is some ass. It's not great. There's a reason cocktails evolve. There's a reason the first drink, it's whatever. But you want to do the experience. You want to check that out. It's a super fun time.
Yeah.
But if you're doing tails, that is Nick's tails tip of the day. What is your tails tip for anybody who winds up going to tails for next year? I like this tails tip of the day. It's very cool.
Yeah, I would definitely second what you're saying about.
No, man, Travis. Travis's tails tip of the day.
Well, this is his first tails as well.
All right, but I've got tips. All right, I'm just saying I agree.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. My bad. That's on me.
I bought the fucking seminar pass. I have not gone to a single seminar. And on the paper, I was like, man, a lot of these look so cool. And I'm doing me. I'm doing my business. I'm trying to grow. And I'm thinking in my mind that these seminars are going to be like a lightning rod, some attractor for other people that are like-minded and business-minded like I am. And turns out, I got enough of that without going to the seminars, and I ended up finding things to do that were of more value to me where I'm at personally than going to those things. So not to say that they're not valuable,
right?
But I basically paid $500 for this thing,
right?
You guys got the press pass, which is dope because that's just awesome. But
got very lucky.
Yes, but so my tip then would be if you're just coming. either learn the hard way like I did, because people did tell me. I've got a friend back in Atlanta. She's also a podcaster, and she went last year. She was here this year, and she was like, I didn't really get much out of the seminars, blah, 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 because I hit her up on Instagram. I was like, hey, I'm going. Do you have any advice? And she basically said that. She was like, she didn't want to outright say don't pay for the things, because it's like it's subjective. I might actually like it, but
you might be a studious person. Shout out, Nana, great seminars, but
But she was like, I didn't get much value out of it. It was more about the connection. It was all more off. So you can go to Cut Tails, not buy the pass. You can pay $10 to get into the whole fucking thing, get a wristband, and then sign up for all the free shit. And it's still
that's probably the best way to go. I think with the seminars, unless you know ahead of time what exactly you want to go learn about. I think that some of the seminars, some people can probably be either mailing them in or they're just not interesting people. Like you're in there with your old history teacher and you're just like, okay, that's boring. Or you get some really fired up ones and they're really cool and they're really interactive, but it's a crapshoot. You know what I mean? Because it could be just some brand rep talking at a seminar. It's probably not always like that, but you never really know.
Well, here's the one thing that I think about that is I feel like it would be tremendously valuable if you're like caught up in the like bartending industrial complex. So, if you're an insider, all these reps, all these like brand people, if that's the kind of the career path that you're going after and you're like... if
you're part of the BIC, bartending industrial complex.
Exactly.
Yeah. They'll get it is one of those, like, and I want, if Tels is watching, if Nana's watching, this isn't us saying like the seminars aren't there for good. We've talked to so many people who've walked away so much. You just go to the WOVA app and you go to the community board and you'll see people who've walked away learning so much from these seminars. But the problem is, it's what are you looking for from Tels? Like, no one's going to teach you how to be a better... No, I won't say like a mobile bartender, but no one's going to teach you.
No one's doing that this year. There wasn't a single, very underrepresented.
There weren't any seminars for, hey, how to grow your podcast. So it's one of those, like, you really want to look at what seminars are there, because if you are already a full cup, no one can pour more into it. If your sponge is already wet, it can't absorb more. And it's one of these, like, you got to know exactly what you want to learn and then come to Tels and do that. And I think we've blossomed so much, and according to your experience as well, is just literally from the networking. The people I met at a bar, the people who I met through the WOVA app who are like, hey man, I'm at Four Seasons, come through. I've learned more from that and from hanging out and the partying than I have in any of the seminars. And that's not a discredit to the seminars. I think that's a credit to how amazing this event is and how Tales of the Cocktail is. Oh, I just want to like save and button that up a little bit. But
I agree with you though, because it's like, I might say that if it's your first time and you're on a tight budget, maybe that's how you decide. If you got the money, you got $500, get the thing, go to have access to it all.
Go to Beyond the Bar, go to learn about it all. Like, 100%. Yeah.
But if you're on the fence and money is an issue, there's a lot of relatively affordable plane flights here. And then I found killer accommodations for cheap. I think that y'all got a pretty good spot.
We got a really good deal, yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of people that found really affordable accommodations. So you could come here on a shoestring budget and have the whole experience for way less expense and commitment than I think a lot of people think.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and Nick touched on it for the Tales of the Cocktail tip of the days. It is, we didn't know about it last year, so it's one of those, like, if you don't know your game plan going in, you will wind up like, one, taking advantage of yourself. The amount of money Nick and I have spent today is preposterous for how much fun we had today. Yeah. It's ridiculous because we wound up going to another Hendrix Time Traveler party. That's what the party we were at last night was, the Hendrix Time Traveler party. And so we went to one earlier today. Nick, you want to talk about that a little bit?
That was a cool little spot. They had it at I don't know.
The BK House.
Yeah, BK House. Okay. Yeah. So it was at this nice little old house.
Not the house of Burger King. Oh, let me specify. Like, the BK House. I don't know what that means, but
so it was this cool little house, big house actually. It's a pretty big area.
When you say big house, calm down.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I got him on one. Yes, yeah. Corporate Isaac, baby.
God damn, that's plantation talk.
All right.
Back to Saint Denis, because they had that big ass house in the Saint Denis episode on that fucking show. I mean, on that video game. But so they had it, and it was all kinds of cool stuff. And it was time travelers, like you said. So people were dressed up as fucking cavemen, space people, fucking
Victorian dancers.
I was never gonna figure that word out.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you for you, Victorian. And it was through Hendrick's Gin. They had all kinds of cool stuff, great energy, great little like moose bouches, essentially.
Oh, little moose bouche.
Yeah, because they weren't really hors d'oeuvres, but it was like
the
moose
fucking
bouches.
oysters there.
Yeah, oysters were fucking good. They were good.
I've never been the biggest oyster guy. That shit hit.
I was a little sketched out because I'm like, okay, it's hot outside. I really hope these oysters aren't like room temp. But they were cold.
A hot oyster.
They were. Oh, I would have threw up and then probably pulled a Karen. I probably would have pulled a Karen. And I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm a GM of a restaurant. I don't pull Karen on anybody. But yeah, so it was cool, curated drinks in each room. Yeah. We had a couple. They were like not frozen drinks, but crushed ice drinks. We had a lot of those.
That first crushed ice drink was great.
Really good.
I really enjoyed that.
And it was just, and you know what? That's what Tales is. You just get a bunch of themed parties, rooms all over the place, and they're just so fun for the most part. They're just so fun.
Yeah.
And everyone's got great energy.
It's one thing to touch on, like, yes, there are places you can go in DC, in Atlanta, in New York City that throw a really cool party. And they'll have a great cocktail menu, a great curated moose bouches, and all the appetizers we had at Four Seasons, those alligator balls. Oh my God, amazing. So good. What Tales does great, it goes, all right, we're going to a city that's already built around hospitality, but we're bringing in these people who are the greatest at what they do.
Right.
And so every bar you go to, for the most part, if you go to Tales events, you'll see 4 cocktails, 4 names, 4 different cities, and you're like, oh shit, this is, Justin V. Yo, shout out Austin. This is Justin V. This is his drink. This is the $19 strawberry. And you're like, what the fuck is that? Milk what? Okay, cool. This is one of the best bartenders for the brand who brought this recipe in here. And so as great as any party can be, I don't think there's any party I've been to that's just a collection as better as Tales of the Cocktail. It
right, 100%.
Blows me away.
100%.
It's worth every visit. Granted, we got lucky. We happen to be media. If we didn't have media, I told Nick the first year we were still going to go.
We're still going to go.
Yeah, I was like, so we're still going to shell it out because everything I've heard about this place has always been what I expected and then been way more. And can you speak on that at all for yourself, as a first timer?
You mean in terms of it just exceeding expectations?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that it did exceed expectations. I don't know what you walked in with.
Well, so I guess I would say it exceeds expectations, but the thing was, I knew it was going to be important. I knew it was going to be good, and to kind of circle it all the way back to the beginning of our conversation about where I'm at and growing my business. I was like, this is just where I'm at in my mindset. This is where I'm at in my headspace. My network isn't as big as I'd like it to be in Atlanta for people that are doing the same thing that I am doing and things that I'm interested in.
Well, you don't want too big of a network of mobile bars. You want to be the guy. So,
Well,
I'm just trying to fan your flames, bro. I want you to be the mobile guy.
Well, I definitely want to be the guy. But there's the thing about Atlanta is that it's such a massive city.
Yeah.
And there could be 10,000 events a day. That there's not enough mobile bars that could ever keep up with that. So if everybody I knew had a mobile bar, there would still be enough business to go around.
Everybody eats when you're with Travis.
That's right. But no, I'm just, it was always going to be good in my mind because I was putting myself where I needed to be for where I'm at right now. And it's like, this podcast is a testament to that. All the people that I met at the Widow Jane thing, all these connections that I made throughout the entire, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I was just I just knew that it was the right place to go.
It's going to be fun, but who knows what to expect there, yeah.
And the way that it actually played out, I couldn't have in a million years kind of pinpointed on a map what would have happened.
Yeah. I can see that. This is a city, this is an event that just brings a bunch of what we would refer to as like bar friends together. The people you want to go to bars with, even if you... I know people I've hung out with for 15, 20 years. That doesn't mean I want to go to a bar with them. This is an event, a city full of people where I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from, but I know you have a certain particular set of skills, and that's having fun, having some drinks. And that's what Tales the Cocktail is to me. We're all Liam Neeson trying to find our daughter at the bottom of a bottle, having a great time. But you might have said some things that I'm not entirely sure makes you a great bar friend. So we want to play a little game here with you, if you don't mind. Nick, what are we about to do?
We are about to play our favorite game, Bar Enemy, Bar Friend, where we are going to run our friend Travis through a gauntlet of questions to determine whether he is such a bar friend or a bar enemy.
Now, the people at home, you always have to realize being a bar enemy does not make you a bad person. I've had friends for 15, 20 years that if we're hanging out, we're going to go meet at a sports game. We're going to go meet at his house. We're going to go meet at a poker match. Does not mean, hey, let's go to the bar. And that doesn't make you a bad person. So don't get your feelings hurt.
Shevitz.
No, Los.
Every time you say it.
Los.
Oh, Los too?
Los is the guy I think of.
Is he bad about it now?
No, Shevitz is better bars. Los is that guy. Like we had talked. I was like, no, I don't want to go to bars with him.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I would say Shevitz because he was so pissed that Decante made him a bar
yes,
enemy.
yes. He was upset. He was the one who was upset.
For like a year.
He's a good friend, a good buddy of mine. But
he did not like being called a bar enemy.
Oh man, I'll ask the question. Well, no. What's the liquor store situation in Atlanta? How do you guys? Can you buy liquor just anywhere or?
What do you mean, like at gas stations and stuff? Or,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Are there specific liquor stores, or is it just liquor stores you can be bought at like a gas station at a?
It's. I don't know exactly where it is in the law right now, but I know that it has changed somewhat because now they're starting to sell the little bottles of Fireball and stuff.
Okay, so I've seen those ones. The Fireball, they lower the percentage. It's a little bit more malty.
It's almost malty.
So if you want to buy a bottle of Jameson in Georgia, in Atlanta, where do you have to go to get that?
Liquor store.
You have to go to liquor store.
Yeah.
So the question here is, when you go to said liquor store to buy and purchase your alcohol, are you parking your car or are you just pulling up to the curb and popping in and out?
I mean, I park in the parking spot.
There you go.
Okay. See, there you go. So don't be so mad, Chevitz. Go fuck yourself, bro. Jesus.
We have changed this person.
He has, yeah.
He starts to do this now, but something that gets done at our stores, and it's probably everywhere, people pull up, park in the fucking fire lane, and then go in a liquor store. Now, then they'll tell you when you call them out about it on our show or in person, like, well, I'm going to be quick about it. No one's fucking quick in the liquor store.
No one's quick, yeah.
You can know what you're getting. You can know exactly what you're going in there for.
Exactly where the Hennessy is.
And you're just going to fucking wander around and do all this shit. And it's just wrong to just park in the fucking parking lot.
It's not just
Just do
wrong.
it.
It's illegal.
Illegal.
So we're starting off with good points. You're starting off with good points.
Yeah.
I like your parking. That's very good. Let me ask you here. What is, as a bartender, and you work at a club too, what's the dumbest flex you've seen someone pull that is one, worked, and then two, not?
Biggest flex. Wow. Well, so, I mean, private club, we have a very well-to-do clientele.
Yeah.
Right? All these people are
That's why I was excited.
millionaires.
Tip Harris.
A couple in the billionaire club. Like,
Jesus, yeah.
So usually if somebody's fucking up, it's one of the guests of the members. So the way that it works is a member can bring in anybody they want. They just have to be present.
They have to be
so
present.
You can't just get in. You can't make a phone call and be like, hey, I'm friends with so-and-so.
Hey, fucking Travis is coming in. I don't really know him. Just take care of him.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay.
So, and if the member's with a group and the member leaves, then
Everyone has to leave.
they all have to
Love that.
leave.
Yeah,
So,
love that.
Checks out.
every once in a blue moon, you'll have somebody who is a guest of a member. Sometimes they might be an employee or something, so they're not on that same kind of tax bracket.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of expensive stuff. And, you know, the culture there is these are rich people. They can afford things. So you use a little bit of common sense, but generally speaking, you're not trying to talk them out of a purchase.
Yeah.
So if somebody, because they're going to get offended if you say, "Hey, did you know that was really expensive?"
Hey man, you know that's
So
a
you'd be like,
$400.
"Bitch, do you know fucking how much I spend on dinner?
Do
is more
you
than
know
your
who
car."
I think I am?
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Exit me himself.
Wait till my father.
It's funny you say that because
I'm not surprised.
maybe beep that out.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. That Home Depot's gonna come for your ass real fast.
Yeah.
He is Home Depot, right?
Yeah.
Not FedEx. Okay, Home Depot. Yeah. Okay.
This is a name. Goddamn, good for Jesus.
And then a lot of the top executives, I can say this. A lot of the top execs at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Checks
out.
It's cool, man. It's fun, but shit. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah, every once in a while, somebody will be like, "Oh, let me get around to da da da," and they'll point at a bottle, and it's like $100 a pour, or
and that's always the guess. It's never the
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if it was the member, they would never admit that they were upset about it.
Yes.
You know?
Oh no, of course.
Yeah. So
I meant to order the Chablis 75.
But this actually just happened a few weeks ago. We have a Hibiki 30-year aged Japanese whiskey.
One of the most expensive whiskeys I ever had at a bar. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
$500 a pour.
Yep.
And
Jesus.
this dude, he's at an event because we have an event space too that the members have access to.
God, that's gotta be expensive for that room.
Yeah. And
yeah.
so one of the guests and there's different like pricing structures. Usually the member has to pay for everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll allow their guests to purchase from the bar.
Okay.
Do a cash bar. And this guy was like, I want that. And the bartender was working it, not me. But it was like, okay. And it was $500 per ounce.
Yep.
And then she was like, do you want a 1 ounce pour or 2 ounce pour?
You don't.
And didn't mention the price to this guy.
Yeah.
And then so he got his bill. It was $1,000. And
Yeah.
it was an ordeal.
Who the fuck's ordering the Hibiki? I ordered that Japanese shit. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be so mad. Somebody put $1,000 shot on my tab.
Yeah. So that happened.
So you said it was an ordeal. I need to know, how did it get taken care of?
Yeah.
Also, I was not there that night, but just management had to get involved. I think that there was a little bit of haggling on price.
Yeah, like,
You know,
all
like
right,
they, like,
you give us
maybe
$650, we'll figure it out.
Something like that.
Yeah. That is, and like I told you earlier, I'm a GM. That's a fucking nightmare. I
Yeah.
would fucking hate that.
Well, the worst part about it is the manager on duty that had to deal with it wasn't even the one who's typically like in charge of that space normally.
Oh yeah,
So he's
it's
like,
always on the shift you don't work.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
this is not under my shit. That
Where's
I-
Steve at? He knows I got it. Steve, no, man. This is it.
Billy's here, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No.
So,
That's
yeah,
rough.
that was probably the biggest fuck up that I've seen.
Yeah, but I would do that with overly like aggressively like rich acting people. I wouldn't tell them how much it costs.
Well, there's ways that
Do
you
it
can
on your-
kinda
you know.
hint
Well,
at
yeah.
it, you know?
Okay, that's the conversation I want to have because I've had this conversation before where somebody orders something and you want to let them know respectfully, hey man, that's X amount of dollars a shot. I'm not saying are you sure? I just want to know, do you know that? Like, how do you approach that conversation?
So what I would have said in perfect hindsight, now that I have the time to think about it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Who knows
Hindsight
what I
is
would have done
20/20,
in the moment. But I think that the best way to do it would probably be like, especially for these like really expensive ones, often we sell them as a 1 ounce pour or a 2 ounce pour. So you could be like, okay, so the 1 ounce is going to be, 400, so 2 ounces would be 800. Which one do you want? So then you're
That's
like,
a good way to do it.
you told them the price,
Yes.
you're asking which one, and then you're giving
It's
them an
respectful and you're
opportunity
giving them the
to
option.
back out
Yes.
if they want to.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
not a.
And
Are
you're
you
assuming
sure?
that they can afford it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Instead of the you sure that's blah blah blah. It's this is that. You're just stating facts.
What he's doing, we call it in sales as the triplicate of choice. You're offering 3 different options. They're like, hey, it's either this, or you don't have to. Like, you don't got to fuck up Bob's tab just because you met him at a yacht one time. Like, the fuck out
Right.
here. $1,000. Oh, God, I'd be furious. Jeez.
What's the wildest shift that you've ever survived?
Yes,
and
I
how
love
did
that.
it
I like
end?
that question.
Damn, wildest shift. It actually probably wasn't that long ago. So I worked in an Irish pub for a long time.
Nice.
To date,
Shout out, something. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Old Blind Dog.
Oh, we're doing like, Donald's,
Yeah.
Houlihan's.
Well,
Yeah.
close.
But they
Old-
get the O right. That was
Old
close.
with
Yeah.
the E,
Yeah.
oldie.
Old. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
But no, it's not being biased. It's like the dopest Irish pub.
Oh, Irish pub.
They
They're so good,
they
yeah.
won International Pub of the Year in like 2015, competing
Damn.
against other all over the world.
Yeah.
So beating out pubs.
Well, you know it's an
in-
old Irish pub when they don't even spell it that way. They spell it AULD, old. That's that's an old shebeen. That's like old classic fucking
Yeah.
Irish pubs. But yeah.
So that was probably my favorite bartending job ever because it was that perfect mix. I mean, we had a great crew, great staff.
So you're saying it was St. Patrick's Day 2015?
Well, no, it wasn't. But it was St. Patty's Day. So
Oh, cool. Yeah,
I
there you
worked
go.
there
Yeah.
for many years. Then COVID happened. We all got furloughed from our jobs. My wife and I, who actually met at that Irish pub, working together. So yes, we moved to North Carolina, and then we moved back to Atlanta in 2022, and so as somebody who has been involved with that pub for a long time, I know people that still work there, and a lot of like veteran staff that don't work there anymore, they'll come back and work St. Patty's Day because they'll do like a big block party.
They'll
So
guest
there's
spot,
like
okay.
several bars.
You
that-
bring a bunch. Okay.
so I showed up to pour beer like in a tent. Just my day was going to be easy. I was like, yeah, I'll help out. I can make some extra money.
Yeah.
And it turns out that one of their bartenders that day called out. Or no, they didn't even call out. They were there and they got
died.
mad and then left.
Oh, God.
Oh, damn.
Did you
okay.
say they died?
Yeah.
Well, they were dead to everyone.
They're dead to
after
me.
that.
They
They walked out.
They abandoned you on St. Patty's Day. They're dead to me. Trust. Yeah.
And then
Go
so
fuck yourself.
in that moment, they look at me and they look at the rest of their staff and they were like, they had more faith in me as the bartender who hadn't worked there in several years. They were like, you're the most experienced. You get back there and fill their
That's
shoes.
so much pressure.
And it's like, I haven't worked this bar in 3 years. I haven't used your POS. I don't know any of the shit. But I was like,
Step
whatever.
up, you're fighting Rocky. Getting there.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where you start your day, you put your head down, and then you look up. It's 12 hours later, and you're counting a stack of money like this tall. And then stacks of paper from the printer.
Oh, yeah.
That's only bartenders understand this. When you at the end of the shift, you just look at that ice pick and house. Like, it's not too bad.
How dense is it?
Yes, how dense. You're like, oh man, okay, got it, nailed it.
And you end up earning the hat that Isaac has on right now.
Service well
veteran.
Hey.
Service well, bartender. Service well veteran. 3 times it took me to say that.
That was probably it because I was just not mentally prepared for it, and I was unfamiliar. But it all came back like clockwork. It was like riding a bike. I was like, oh yeah, I remember I do all that shit.
Right.
Pouring Guinness all night and car bombs and just boom, 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 and ended up making a ton of money. So it ended up being a good night.
Yeah.
But it was wild.
I love that. I hearken to that. I think Nick, we need to get to a vote here. What are you feeling?
Yeah.
The storm has subsided. Judgment will be passed.
Yes. So this is super easy for me. I'm sitting next to an honorary Bargoyle. I was not able to show up yesterday. I had work to do. It just is what it is in the position I'm in. And to hear how much you just jumped at helping the cause, man. Like, you didn't have to do that. You paid money to come here and party, essentially. And you jumped in and created a relationship with us. And since I got here today, I've been looking forward to meeting you and looking forward to sitting down and doing this. So, regardless of honestly any of the shit you said throughout this interview, you were gonna go bar friend, man, because but it's legit. Like, you didn't have to do any of that, and I was like, I love this show. Like, this show means a lot to me, and he was here alone yesterday, and I get really bad anxiety about shit like that.
We should have. He abandoned his boy.
I did
there
not.
Will be blood. I know. You're good.
Because this whole time everyone knew I was coming today, not yesterday. But some things happened with our buddy who's not part of the show, but he was going to help us. Couldn't make it because
reasons.
Yeah. And that sounds like law, but it's reasons. But so knowing my boy was here alone, I was really fucking worried about that all night last night. I was really worried about that. And especially at like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I didn't hear him until like 1 in the morning. I'm like, "Okay, I hope everything's all right."
No, I'll hearken to that because I remember seeing the text, and then you and I were already like walking to another party or doing this or doing something else. And even shout out to Conte, he had hit me up. He goes, "Yo, are you down there alone?" I was like, "Bro, no. Like, I found a fucking guy. Like, I found a fucking guy. He's been my PA. We're fucking doing these things. He held down a spot. Continue. I'm sorry. Before I go off. Yeah.
No. But I mean, you're just kind of piggybacking off what I'm saying is like, when I heard that, I was like, this guy is a genuinely good person. And in our industry, we find nice people. We don't always find good people.
That's a good way to put it.
Fun and good. Fun and good are very different.
They're very different.
Yes.
And when I heard that, I was like, and I'm an emotional guy, dude. I just am what I am. It made me emotional because it's like, wow, there are still people out there that are just like down for the cause. And I was like, I cannot wait to meet Travis.
Oh yeah.
So it's like bar friend all the way. How could we go any other way? Like, you jumped in as an honorary Bargoyle, not even knowing what the fuck is going on. You're here, you're rolling solo, and you found somebody else who was solo for the day and helped with the cause. So how can we not?
bar friend on Nick's there. I fucking hate this guy. He's been stealing my attention every party we went to. I wanted to be the guy booking the ladies, hanging out. Ooh, Patty, what's up? Let me get your IG. Gio, 26-year-old girl with that body. What are you doing? Like, this is the guy who's what? You're supposed to be talking to me. Fuck this guy. I hate. No, it's everything Nick says was true, and it was one of those that like I'm not good about like realizing that someone is throwing a lifeline, and Nick was throwing a lifeline like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking busy. I should have checked in. And also, shout out to Conte, a previous host of the show. He reached out, was like, hey man, are you by yourself right now? I was like, no, bro, I'm out here. My boy Travi. What the fuck? We're out here. It got to a point where I'm at a party, we're setting up, and I was like, do you want to do some man on the street interviews with strangers? He goes, yeah. I was like, cool, hold this spot. I'm going to go get the cameras. I'm going to come back. And I come back and he's like, back the fuck up, yo, back the fuck up. This is our spot, because it was a primo spot. Yeah. People kept trying to take that spot.
Like the SpongeBob meme.
Yes. Back the fuck up. And we set up there. You've seen the video. Dookie. Here's a little screenshot. He held that area down. A lot of the content you saw from the first night, which is some of our best content, wouldn't have happened without meeting this guy. Fucking Travis. Shout out Travis. Shout out fucking Waystone. Shout out Atlanta. This guy's come 100 through. Bar friend isn't enough of a word to encompass what we, the Bargoyles, feel for you. We're going to do this, and we've never done this before. Honorary Bargoyle at any point in any time. If you are near, you are welcome. Golden ticket, baby. What are we? Kill Tony? You're welcome to the show anytime. If you ever happen to be in the area, you are honorary Bargoyle. You are part of the show. You were ingrained in the show. We want to have you every single time you happen to be around. We fucking love you, man. Way more than a bar friend. You're a fucking Bargoyle.
Hey,
I like that. That was cool. That was cool.
Honorary. I've ascended.
Yeah. Did you rescind it? Did you say no? You don't want it?
No, he said he ascended. He said I rescinded.
I rescind that. I don't want
that shit. Like, give it to somebody else who wants it.
Damn. All right. Yeah. Double it and give it to the next guy. All right. Fucking A. Go ahead and give them your plugs. Let them know where they can find you.
Just Instagram is the best spot. At Waystone Traveling Bar. That's WAY Stone Traveling Bar. That's the best spot. It'll take you to my website. It'll show you all the things I'm doing. Right now I'm doing the mobile bar, but I got a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. Like we talked about the podcast. Keep your eye out for that. That's it.
So obviously he's getting one of the classic Bargoyle shirts that we made here for the trip. We're getting the gray with the black sleeves with the shadow print. We're going to get one for you and the lady as well to please take. But as an honorary Bargoyle, you get some of the custom and special edition merch. So any of the other shirts that you see that you want, you get one of them. Whether you're a Cartoon Network guy, because you may be a little nerdy, that's cool. We get the shadow print here. This is the classic white. This is the Jack Daniels postcard. It's your call. They're all up to you. You don't got to choose right now, but just letting you know. Fucking honorary Bargoyle. If you were in Atlanta and you don't see this guy, you ain't a friend of ours, okay? You're a fucking bar enemy. So we'll see you guys as we always do. Please give them a follow. Let them know the Bargoyle sent you. And here's the thing is, if you're not following Nick and I by now,
it's on purpose.
We'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Outro music. What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop
and the laughs.
Yeah, I think I know from that Bargoyles podcast.
I was gonna say I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles?